Welcome to Trinity Lutheran Church in New York Mills, Minnesota. I'm right now sitting in a 1963 Bonneville Pontiac with a 421 with 3 deuces sitting on with a 4-speed. It is a forever gorgeous, as I used to call them, land yachts. It was a great way of transportation. But one of the things we're going to talk to you about today, as you're going to hear in the song Beulah Land, Beulah is the Hebrew word for married or betrothed land set aside by the covenant of God to the children of Israel and to you and me. And it brings us to the great question, as whatever we're traveling is, are we there yet?
Beulah land, I am longing for you, and someday on thee I stand, where my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. I'm kind of homesick for a country to where I've never been before. No sad goodbyes will there be spoken, for time won't matter anymore. Beulah land, I am longing for you, and someday on thee I'll stand, where my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. I'm looking now across the river, where my faith is gone and inside there's just a few more days to labor, and then I'll take my heavenly flight. Beulah land, I am longing for you, and someday on thee I'll stand, there my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land.
As I said before, I'm sitting in a land yacht. It's a 63 Pontiac Bonneville. The hood's forever and you need a yacht license to drive them. Growing up, my dad had a great Catalina station wagon, 1970, with a big block in it, and we'd be going down the roads both sitting backwards and forwards. We'd be laying up into the up underneath the window or on the floor or standing right next to mom or dad. In fact, I always giggle. One of the most effective restraining devices is a mother's arm when she's applying the brake back in those days, and she'd come back and hold the kid back from going through the windshield. But regardless if it is one of these gorgeous old cars that floated down the highway ever so smoothly, or whether it be in today's where we're strapped in, tied in, every kind of safety feature in all the world, but one of the things that is a common theme that constantly goes when you travel, and that's the question, are we there yet? Because as children, we're anticipating the great opportunity to be able to arrive where we want to be, where we're longing for the excitement, longing for to see a loved one, longing for, and the list goes on and on. You just heard a song or an old country gospel song called Beulah Land, like the city in North Dakota. Beulah in Hebrew means promised, married, betrothed land. That means there was a covenant given for a bride. The prophet Isaiah writes this in the 62nd chapter, beginning with, and only the 4th verse. And this is what it reads. It will no longer be said to you, forsaken, nor to your land will it any longer be said, desolate. But you will be called, my delight is in her. And your land, married, or like I said, the Hebrew word Beulah. For the Lord delights in you, and to him your land will be married. You see, God set his covenant with his bride. And especially we see that in Jesus Christ when we see in Revelation chapter 3, verses 11 through 13. And here's what that relationship of that covenant of God with his people. He says this, I'm coming quickly. Hold fast what you have, so that no one will take your crown. He who overcomes, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God, and he will not go out from it any more. And I will write on him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, the new Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from my God, and my new name. He who has an ear, let him hear, that the Spirit says to the churches. This picture we yearn for, this destination we look forward to arriving, Beulah Land. Sweet Beulah Land, the old gospel song goes, where we long for the betrothed land of the new heaven and the new earth that is promised to us because of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. How he betrothed himself through his precious blood. How he made his bride precious in his sight by adorning her in his grace, adorning her in forgiveness, adorning her in that faith in Jesus Christ, and washing her in her baptismal waters as we are baptized in that death of Jesus. Now, I don't know what's going to be on the new heaven and new earth. Don't know if it'll be all the whatever of the thoughts of economy or emissions, I don't know, or these great old land yachts. But I know how I'm going to arrive in Christ's righteousness, and that's true for you. Thanks for hanging out with us today on this trip. Our prayer for you is you look forward to what's coming. You look forward to where God is arriving us, you may say. He's betrothed us, made us one of his own. We thank you for being part of this ministry here at Trinity. Make sure you subscribe or like. And we want to thank all those that have been supporting this ministry so we can continue it on a weekly basis and bring this gracious gospel of Jesus Christ to a dead and dying world.